Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, Shows World. Welcome to Shows World, gamers. Josh here, and as this week's draws to a close, I wanted to take a moment to review this week's new game releases, new game announcements, and a few news stories. If there is anything I have missed, let me know in the comments, and if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Alright gamers, as always, we will start this week with the new game releases. 2 Point Campus was released this week on Nintendo Switch, PC, PlayStation systems, and Xbox systems, including Game Pass on day one. We played the game, and for our initial thoughts, check out the video linked at the end of this video. Next up, Cult of the Lamb is a roguelike action-adventure game developed by indie developers Massive Monster and published by Devolver Digital. It was released on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, PC, and Xbox systems. The art style of this game looks really fun, and it has some interesting looking gameplay ideas. Next up, Arcade Paradise was also released on Nintendo Switch, PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, as well as the Xbox systems. The game is an arcade management simulator where every game is fully playable. There are 35 arcade cabinets that you unlock as you play through the game. Next up, Lost in Play was released on PC and Switch. The game is an adventure game with puzzles, and the graphics look really good. The game looks like a cartoon where you play as a brother and sister, but it is a point-and-click style game, so it's a pass for me. But if you enjoy that play style, it looks to be fun, so you should definitely check it out. Rumbleverse was also released. It is another free-to-play Fortnite-inspired battle royale game. The thing that sets this game apart is the lack of guns, as this game is completely melee-based. There is a ton of character customization, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our video for this. It's going to be coming later today. Alright gamers, next up we'll take a look at a few new game announcements, and we're going to start with the big one. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was announced, and it's getting an arcade 1-up cabinet. This is huge, as this game is on top of a lot of fighting game fans' greatest of all time lists. The cabinet will also include the original Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men Children of the Atom, X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, and Marvel Superheroes in War of the Gems. There is no price or release date given, but there was physical cabinets being played, so it shouldn't be too long. Next up, we have a game called Shinorubi. It's a really intense looking bullet hell shooter. It was announced as a 2023 release. The game is scheduled for release on the Switch, PlayStation systems, as well as Xbox systems. The graphics look good and the gameplay looks smooth and fast. If you're a fan of arcade shooters, definitely keep this game on your radar. Next up, we finally got some more info on Kirby's Dream Buffet. We got some gameplay info, as well as the announcement of a release date of August 17th. No info on a physical release, but it is up for pre-order on the eShop for $14.99, so we'll definitely be playing this next week. Lastly, we also got a demo announcement and subsequent release of said demo for DioField Chronicle, a new strategy RPG coming to all systems on September 22nd from Square Enix. Check out the link for our video at the end of this video for more information, including some gameplay. Alright gamers, we'll finish up this week in review with a few news stories that caught my eye from the past week. Now this week started in the midst of EVO 2022, the biggest fighting game esports event there is, with multiple world champions being crowned on the biggest fighting games. There's usually some big announcements in the fighting game community dropped at this event. I was expecting some new Street Fighter 6 news, and we did get 2 more character reveals, Kimberly and Yuri. We also got that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 arcade 1-up cabinet announcement we discussed earlier. Also, Bridget, a new character for Guilty Gear Strive, was announced. And we got a Tekken teaser, which is believed to mean that Tekken 8 may be on its way.
Get ready.
On Wednesday, we got another Nintendo Direct. This time it was a showcase for Splatoon 3, which comes out on September 9th. The showcase gave us so much exciting info on the game and cemented this as a day one purchase for me. I will link our review to the Direct at the end of this video. We also got a release date from Paramount for the next Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is scheduled for a December 20th, 2024 release in theaters. No teaser or anything like that yet. Also in Sonic news, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout is currently doing a Sonic crossover event with multiple different outfits from multiple Sonic characters and some really cool looking Sonic inspired levels. Now, in my favorite news story of this week, 28 years after its release, we now have a two-player mode on Super Punch-Out for the 16-bit Super Nintendo. First off, on the title screen, you hold Y and R on controller 2, then press the start button on controller 1. That will take you to a mode where you can pick any opponent in the game to fight in a single match. While in this mode, from the character info screen, if you hold B and Y on controller 2 and then press start on controller 1, that will allow the computer opponent to be controlled by the second player. So far, this only works on the original cart being played on a actual SNES, but it is awesome. Alright gamers, that concludes this week in review for the week ending on August 12th. We started the week in the midst of EVO 22, where we got an awesome Arcade 1-Up announcement. We got some new info on Splatoon 3, and a secret code for a classic NES game that was finally found after almost 30 years. Let me know anything I missed in the comments, and if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and join in on the fun. Shoge World out.